Welcome to our today's class. My name is Caroline Mwendwa. I'm your teacher, and I'll be taking you through organizational theory and behavior. And I believe that this is a class that you have uh, done through the previous classes, but just want to start it and continue. So our learning outcome today is how to apply the knowledge of organizational theory and behavior in management. When you talk about application, we just want to know how do we use the knowledge that we have gained in organizational behavior to better our organizations, or rather our management practices in human resource management. We have introduction, and we say by the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to define what an organization or what is organizational behavior, explain the levels of organizational behavior, explain the various disciplines built on organizational behavior, discuss scope of the organizational behavior, explain various theories of organizational behavior, principles, assumptions, and applications, and also apply organizational behavior to HR practices. Now, let us define what is an organization. Now, organization is a structured group of people working together to achieve a common goal. It can be a business, a non-profit, a government agency, or any formal group with a defined purpose. So basically what we are saying is any group of people that have come together for a common purpose, we can term it as an organization. And so it goes on to say that organizations rather exist for a certain purpose or for a certain mission, and we shall be looking into that as we continue. What is organizational behavior? Now, when these people come together, they have certain behaviors, or they will exemplify certain characteristics in that organization or in that group. So the objective of the OB is to study how individuals in groups and structures improve the organizational effectiveness and employee well-being. Or rather, we are going to study about how different individuals, when they are put together, how they can maximally impact the organization's success. What are the objectives of organizational behavior? One of the objectives is to understand human behavior, and this can be done by analyzing how people think, feel, and behave in workplaces. You can examine the individual personalities and motivation. For example, what we are seeing here is that different human beings will think differently, will behave differently, and so we have to look into what are the individuals, what are the key differences between different personalities. Different people have different motivation levels, and we shall be looking at how different individuals are motivated differently when it comes to organizations. So the other thing is enhancing employee productivity and performance. This is done by identifying factors that influence work efficiency. And we say that by encouraging motivation and engagement, it improves performance. So we are looking at how to maximally do or perform our duties at the organization. So how does our behavior influence the work efficiency that we have in organization? How are we motivated to perform our duties and responsibilities in an organization? So by studying organizational behavior, we will be able to understand and maximize our output or our productivity levels in organization. The other thing is improving organizational effectiveness by developing strategies to align individuals and organizational goals. So when you talk about organizational effectiveness, we are looking at what are different strategies that employees or employer will do so that we can improve our performances, we can improve on our organizational success. Remember, we have said that the organization exists for different or for a specific mission. And so how do we put together our minds together and come up with a success of that mission. So we are looking at how different leadership will impact the success of the organization, how different teamwork will impact the success of an organization, and even how individuals can be able, or how our decisions are able to give us the best success in an organization. So that is what we call organizational effectiveness, and this helps us in improving or achieving the organizational behavior. Or by studying organizational effectiveness, then we can go straight and say, let us look at how individuals and behave in an organization. So the fourth thing is strengthening leadership and management. And this is done by understanding different leadership styles and the impact. So different leaders will have different styles of leadership, or different people will input or incorporate different styles of leadership into their leading or into their management. So by understanding how to incorporate the best leadership style and management practices in our team, in our organization, we can be able to lead our teams effectively, to lead our organizations effectively, to manage and resolve conflicts that may arise from individuals or from groups in an organization. The other objectives is it fosters or encourages positive work culture. So this is by promoting diversity, inclusion, and ethical behavior. And we are going to say that because we are living in different cultures, we are coming from different backgrounds. So it is important to practice respect for all. That is why when we promote our diversities, when we respect our diversities, and we include people into the management, you help by far to foster collaboration. Remember, like for example, in Kenya, we have 42 tribes. So how do you include those people into an organization where we have different practices, they have different taboos and ethics that they have come with in the organization, and you want to steer a positive work culture. You want to say that we are coming here, we are building a family, and so this is a family that we are based on our ethos, or we are based on a particular culture, work culture. So how do you adapt that, and how do you motivate employees to foster positive work culture? So that is the work of studying the organizational behavior of individuals in an organization. The other thing is enhancing employee satisfaction and well-being. And you say by studying job satisfaction and ways to improve work-life balance, you will be able to achieve, or you will be able to understand what motivates employee, what makes employee dissatisfied in organization. You'll able to reduce things like stress and also burnout in an organization or from individuals. Remember, if an employee is maybe overworked, they are stressed, and or they have family issues, this person is not cannot be able to perform effectively in an organization. So by studying what may cause stress, what may cause burnout in an organization, you can be able to come to the individual level and ask and get to study how to best motivate or to best satisfy employee, and or to best boost that satisfaction levels in an organization. We said it facilitates effective communication, and that's by improving interpersonal and organizational communication. Remember that communication is a very key instrument in an organization. We cannot run an organization without effective communication. So by encouraging transparency and trust in the workplace, you can be able to achieve the objectives of OB. And the other thing is, or the last thing is, more organizational different organizations, they will transit different changes in our to involve different milestones in an organization. And so in that, how do you help employees to adapt to the new technologies? Because we see we live in a very dynamic world. Today you might be good, but tomorrow there are interruptions, maybe job practices, maybe changes may arise. So how do we incorporate change in our organization? called